offensive lineman, Doug Nestor. Questions for Doug?
So, Doug, take us back to December. After the season, you have a decision on whether to return or not. Obviously, you ultimately decided to return. Walk us through that. What went into that? What was your mindset? Why'd you come back?
I mean, really just had to, talk it over with my family, talk it over with the coaches, and, really just see, what was the best option for me. And, just talking it out with them. I mean, it was just an easy decision that I should come back.
What were your other options? Were you going to try the NFL? Were you just going to give up football? What would you have done?
The only other option was I was going to take a shot at the NFL.
Quickly satisfied with that? Oh, go ahead, Paul.
What made you decide the way you did?
To stay?
What made you decide the way you did to stay?
I mean, just talked it through with the coaches, and to come back for another year, try to improve, and get better and better every day, and just work, really.
How's working at right tackle a little bit, right? How's that going?
It's going really well so far. I think it's nothing new to me, so I actually enjoy it a lot better.
What ways? Why do you enjoy it?
I don't know. I just feel like it's more natural. Not being like inside and just being like contained.
Differences in the positions. I mean, if you had to put one or two things that are real different, 'cause people just think offensive line is offensive
Right.
line, but it's not.
So right tackle is, or just tackles in general, you're more of like on an island. It's more of you versus the other man in front of you. Because guard, you're usually always on double teams or working with somebody. And I don't know, I just find it like enjoyable to go against another man, like one-on-one.
Second year in a row, basically the whole line is back from last year. What are your guys' sort of expectations for the fall?
I mean, we all have high expectations for us, and just we talk about a lot just how we have to come in and be the leaders of this offense, because we all have that experience, and just to bring it every day because the team's going to rely on us.
How much does playing together actually help? I mean, just knowing the other four guys, how much does that help in a game?
Oh, I mean, it helps tremendously. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of different components that go into line work. So, just knowing how on each play, whether it's outside zone, inside zone, how the person next to you likes to block it or how he'll move is, very important.
You guys averaged 170 yards a game on the ground last year. You've got all those guys back. You've got your line intact. Do you like the plan that they're putting together in terms of emphasizing the run game, having mobile quarterbacks? Speak to all that.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited about what we're going to be able to do, well, up front and with all the talent that we have in the backfield. I mean, we have 4 or 5 different running backs that can do anything you want, and then you also have Garrett and Nico that can, just make athletic plays whenever they need to.
Has it been easier to block knowing that you've got a quarterback that can escape and you don't have to be perfect?
Yeah, it makes it a little bit easier, but also it can make it a little bit difficult as well. If he decides to go rogue one time and then everything's set up nice. But usually, for the most part, it's a lot easier.
You got one guy that goes rogue, I guess, more than the other, right?
Yeah.
What has changed for you in terms of preparing for this season because of John saying having mobile quarterbacks, regardless of who starts, going to be more mobility there, and then having running backs that you can rely on for different things that had success this past season, but almost more of a surprise in some way. Now you're going into the year knowing what they can give for the most part, and then having mobile QBs. Does it make it more difficult on you? Is there more to do? Is it maybe easier in some way because you both have experience together? Has it been different at all for you, prep-wise?
Prep-wise, not really. All of us, we've all just been working at stuff that we need to improve on. Like, I know I needed to improve on, like, my twitch off the ball and my hands in pass pro. So, I mean, we all have different stuff that we've been, working on. It's nothing really different that, like, our scheme-wise that we have had to change.
Are there any differences for the goal line because Nico is left-handed?
Not really.
Doug, underclassmen have that access to like reviews in the NFL. you can submit your paperwork. Did you do any of that stuff? And then, I guess if not, how did you kind of get an idea of staying instead of going or taking a shot?
I mean, yeah, I talked it over a lot with Coach Brown. You know, he gave me his insight and stuff, and then, you know, talked it over with my parents after that, and then that's pretty much just how it went.
And then in your conversation with them about staying or going, did they mention the ability to play a new position, play outside of tackle, and a new challenge for you, another way to prove your value?
Right. I mean, not really, but you know, we're just developing depth right now. You know, just trying to find out, you know, like where everybody would fit best for this upcoming season.
Did they re-recruit you a little bit? Did you have to get recruited a little bit at the end of the year? Did you feel like it maybe a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Because, you know, I've been playing college football. This will be my 5th year of, like, actually playing.
Right.
So I was kind of to the point where I was, you know, almost done.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a little bit of convincing.
What do you think the young guys? The one, you know, the guys that are fighting for backup jobs, Mo, Sully, some of those guys. What are your thoughts of them?
You know, they're coming along really well. You know, D-Ray's doing really well. Mo's doing really well. Charlie, very intelligent, playing center very well. I mean, they're all just doing great. And then Johnny has actually surprised me a lot. You know, he's very athletic. And, yeah, I'm proud to see, like, where they're coming from.
Like Yates, a little bit at center. How's that going?
It's good. It's actually going really well.
Yeah.
Anything else? Like,
Well,
you want to know?
I mean, you're used to a guy. You had Frazier there. You know his calls and everything.
Right.
And then you're working Yates in a little bit. What is there any difference? Is there any? Is Cadence?
Yeah, I mean, Cadence is a little different, so we've had to get used to that. But besides that, I mean, you know, he's intelligent enough. He knows our calls, and we all know what to do. I mean, we've been playing all together for 3 years now, so we all know.
When's your wedding date?
April 8th.
April 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Coming fast. So you're picking out China patterns, all that stuff?
Yeah, she's been doing it while I'm up here, so she's been down there planning the wedding.
That's right in the middle of spring, right? So you get out some practice.
It is, but no, we have Easter weekend off, so
So you got to fit it all in over Easter weekend, huh?
yeah.
Back home, I assume? You're doing it?
Have you talked to Bryce Ford Wheaton or even Dante at all about the experience that they've been dealing with throughout, say, the Shrine Bowl and the Combine and things like that? Because you were wavering that maybe you're going to go through that experience.
Right.
And I'll tell you that Bryce actually mentioned to media there that you're the player to watch out next year from West Virginia coming in. Have you talked to them at all?
I talked to Bryce a little bit, but I haven't really talked to him about that. More of just like catching up with them, you know, seeing how they did and everything, you know, how the experience was. Not really like getting into detail, because when I do see them, it's they're working out and we're working out at the same time. So it's really just like a hello.
Best marriage advice you've gotten?
You've married a white. Give us some advice.
I don't have anything good to offer.
You don't have anything good?
Yeah. Prepare for the long haul.
All right.
What you look like today, 30 years from now, you're not going to look the same. Both ways.
You can have a honeymoon at all?
Huh?
You can have a honeymoon at all?
It's going to have to be in July. So she's teaching right now, so she'll be teaching until about June.
So summer, you do a little summer thing.
Yeah.
Doug, how do they re-recruit a guy who's been in school for so many years and who's transferred once, been a high-level recruit? I imagine you know all the pitches, so they've got to be effective. What buttons do they push? How do they make it work?
I mean, it was really just them being honest with me. You know, I asked them for honesty, what they thought, you know, where I would go or anything like that. And then, you know, just having just deep conversations with them, whether or not that I should come back, was really it. That's all I wanted, was honesty.
What do you see of the progression of Wyatt?
I think he's developing into a really great player. I mean, each and every day I can see him getting better and better. I mean, we watch film with each other all the time, hang out with each other all the time. And, you know, just on the field, I think he's just improving so much. I think it's incredible.
Were you surprised at all last year how well Tomas just kind of jumped right into the starting lineup?
Oh, I was very impressed. You know, I've seen him develop, ever since he's got here. But just to see him, actually go in and be able to produce how he did was very impressive.
It's strange to be at a new position next to a guy you played with last year.
I mean, like I said, I've played right tackle before, so but having Quay there, yeah, it's been a little bit of an adjustment these past couple of days, but we're getting used to it.
Flip-flopped, or
Right.
But you know him a little bit. That has to help, right? You know
Yeah,
some of his
yeah. I
tendencies.
mean, so the chemistry's there, so it's not really that hard. But just figuring out how we each play the different position has been a little difficult challenge the past couple of days.